too. Hi everyone. I'm gonna do a little bit of stand-up. So thanks for coming to our show. What do you guys think? Can we hear it for everything we've done already? So as you can see, we did some lifts this semester. I wasn't planning on doing this joke, but I have to because it happened 10 minutes ago. So I'm lifted over there. I don't usually do lifts. And Emily yeets me so far up into the air. I'm like, did I just pee a little? I was like, I'm only 20. I didn't think this was gonna happen until I had kids. I don't know, let's say it's still a mystery. So I'm gonna tell 2 quick stories. I hope you will enjoy them. The first one is the most traumatic thing to happen to me in my life. So I was 12 years old, I was in the 7th grade, which is a bad way to start a story because nothing good happens when you're 12 years old in the 7th grade. I was in love with a boy. He had platinum blonde, long hair and a bowl cut, because that was the big style in 2012. And he played the cello. I did not ever have a conversation with him. I was in love with him solely based on his hair and the fact that he played the cello. So one day, I'm going through school, I have English, math, whatever, going through my day. Come to orchestra, I'm tuning up my violin. He comes walking across the room. Cellos are over here, cellos and basses, violas, second violin, not me. First violin, me. And he's walking over, and in my head, there was music playing and it was slow motion and his hair was blowing in the wind, but he wasn't because it was just the orchestra room. So he's walking across the room to me and I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna ask me out. This is it. This is my big moment. This is the moment we're gonna tell our children about. We're gonna tell this story at our wedding. And he comes over to me and he goes, hey, can I ask you a question? And I was like, yeah, you can ask me a question. And he's building up and he goes, did you fart in math class? And I said, no! God, that's disgusting. Why would you even ask me? I did. But the thing that was concerning to me was that he was not in my math class. So I don't know how fast it got around the school. I don't know who was telling it. But I guess in a short time, everyone found out that I had indeed farted in math class. So this next story, this is a story that most of the Glee people already know. I've been encouraged to tell this one, and Mom, I'm sorry. It's not about you, but it's about your family. So last April, I had a wedding in my family. It was wonderful. We all went down to Washington, D.C. for a big old destination wedding. It's like a destination if you don't live in Washington, D.C., I guess. Not my family that I get to see very often. So I was really excited to spend some time with them. And my Aunt Millie, who is, I'm bad with numbers, so I'm gonna approximate here, 2,000 years old. We're sitting near her. We're in, not pews because it wasn't a church, but we're sitting down waiting for the bride to come. They're about to play the music. The groom is standing there I'm ready to get married. And I'm like, hey Aunt Millie, it's so good to see you. It's wonderful, to have people in our family getting married and that we all have this opportunity to come together and see each other because we don't see each other very often. I think this is a wonderful occasion. And she says, to be honest with you, I'm ready to pass away. I was at this wedding? It's your grandson's getting married right now. You sure? You don't want to just say that's nice. So I told this story to everybody in Glee, and it has become a catchphrase for everybody in the club now. Whenever something mildly inconvenient happens to any of us, we immediately resolve to, I'm ready to pass away. And we'll never forget it. Thank you guys. Enjoy